The Lighthouse of Silent Shores. You found the letter by accident, tucked between old books at your family's attic. The paper was yellowed, but the ink smelled faintly of lavender. It wasn't addressed to anyone by name, only to the one who has forgotten how to rest. Come to Silent Shores. You didn't plan to go, but something tugged at your chest. A memory? A dream? The next morning, you booked a ticket. The train left before sunrise. The train passed through green hills blanketed in morning mist. Villages flickered by like moments from someone else's life. You sat alone, sipping tea, your reflection in the window, staring back with a kind of quiet curiosity. As the journey continued, time stretched, conversations faded, the rhythm of the train softened your thoughts. One by one, they dissolved like morning fog. All that was left was the gentle hum of motion and the breath of the wind through the cracks in the windows. When you arrived, the station was empty, but not in a lonely way. It was like the world had paused just for you. Silent shores looked almost like a painting. Lavender fields, crickets chirping, a narrow path lined with moss covered stones. You remembered fragments, summer picnics near the stream, hiding behind the lighthouse with cousins, the way the air always smelled of salt and rosemary. You walked slowly, feeling the earth beneath your steps, each step lighter than the last. Birdsong guided you. An old fox sat at a distance watching, then turned away as if satisfied. You passed cottages with sleepy chimneys. A cat blinked at you from a windowsill, stretched, then fell back asleep. At the edge of the cliff, there it stood, the lighthouse, tall, weathered, waiting, and the light was on. Its door creaked open as you approached. Inside, warmth greeted you. A fire crackled in a stone hearth. There were rugs woven with seashell patterns, books stacked in cozy piles, and the smell of tea steeping somewhere. You set down your bag, which felt oddly light now. A journal rested on the table, its leather cover etched with a spiral. This place remembers those who need it, the first page read. The journal told stories, not of battles or quests, but of rest, of people who arrived burdened and left light, of dreams rekindled, of sleep that healed. You turned the page. The entries continued. A musician who had lost her melody, a sailor who no longer trusted the sea, a widow who only wanted to hear her husband's laugh again, even in dreams. Each had written a final note. Thank you. I remember now. You found a room prepared just for you, soft sheets, a blanket that smelled faintly of chamomile and cedarwood. A small window overlooked the sea. On the windowsill, a single feather. A sign? The wind outside sighed through the cracks like an old lullaby. You lay down. The mattress embraced you. As your eyes closed, the room shifted. You were no longer in the lighthouse. You stood in a meadow under a twilight sky. The grass glowed softly. Stars peeked through the lavender clouds. Fireflies blinked like forgotten thoughts. A path made of moonlight opened before you. You walked. The path led to a wooden gate with no lock. Beyond it, a garden of dreams, flowers that whispered your name, trees that sang lullabies, fountains that echoed with memories. You sat beside a pond. Your reflection wasn't quite you, but a younger version, happier, rested. That version smiled, placed a hand on your shoulder. You're safe now, they said. You wandered further, found rooms made of soft light. In one, you saw your happiest day, replaying slowly, sunlight on your skin, laughter echoing through a house you hadn't thought of in years. In another, a library where each book held a dream you once abandoned. You read them, None were bitter. They waited patiently, still believing in you. One room held a rocking chair and a soft blanket. A gentle voice read poetry aloud, verses about stillness, kindness, the softness of being. You stayed here a long while. Eventually, sleep tugged at you again. When you awoke, you were back in the lighthouse bed. The fire had dimmed. Dawn light painted the walls in soft gold. You rose slowly, stretched. A peace had settled in your bones. You didn't need to rush. The world would wait. Downstairs, breakfast was ready. Still warm, no one in sight. You sat by the window watching waves kiss the shore. Somewhere behind you, the journal had a new entry, your own. You didn't need to read it. You already knew what it said. Thank you. I remember now. You walked through Silent Shores one last time. The town was waking. A woman swept her porch. Children giggled from behind curtains. The fig tree near the well rustled its approval. The train waited at the station, but your heart wasn't heavy. You carried something new, or perhaps something ancient. The stillness, the light, the reminder that rest is not weakness, that dreaming is an art, that the soul knows where to return when the world feels too loud. As the train pulled away, you looked back one last time. The lighthouse blinked once more, gently as if saying, "Sleep well. Come back whenever you need."